I bring greetings from ILBS to all of you. Everyone knows what liver does. So, pardon me if I have said something which you already know. I just want to stress on two things. One, that it is liver which controls your blood sugar. It is the bile which controls all your cholesterol, triglyceride metabolism. All your clotting is also controlled by liver. Liver, main source of your energy balance. It is your chartered accountant. What comes in, what goes out. What damages liver? You all know hepatitis B, hepatitis C, or other A and E viruses, alcohol abuse, and today fatty liver. So, normal liver has less than 5% of the fat. But if it is more than 10%, you can see the liver is large, the color has changed. And this is the result of excess calories. And remember the genes. So, this is a fatty liver. Ultrasound, you see, this is the abdominal wall. This is the fat underneath the muscle, which is white, and you can also see that liver is whitish as compared to the spleen, brother and sister. So there is extra echo in the liver suggestive of fat. Let's take, this is not a complicated diagram. This is just to show you that the fat in the liver comes from two reasons: alcohol and fatty food or extra calories. As I told you, more than 50%, 10% of the fat in the liver will be fatty liver. So this is a liver biopsy which shows that liver cells are white, rounded. This is fat in the liver. Now, what does pure fat in the liver will do? If there is extra fat, it leads to insulin resistance, means the insulin cannot get into the liver cell. If it cannot get into the liver cell, more insulin will be produced and your pancreas over time will become exhausted. So this is the fundamental thing, nothing else. Liver is the source of site of insulin resistance. Now this goes on, what will happen? So you have a high cholesterol because there is extra fat, high triglyceride, and these will all be circulating and lead to atherosclerosis, heart disease, and stroke. But this is other than liver, extra hepatic. What happens in the liver? In the liver, the cells which are containing extra fat are not liked by the body. The body's immune system, the innate immunity, the dendritic cells, the NK cells, the macrophages, monocytes, they don't like a cell which is unhealthy. They want to kill it. And to kill that, all these neutrophils and others, they will come here. This is inflammation. And the fat induced inflammation is called steatohepatitis. If it goes on and on, then it will lead to scarring, fibrosis, which we call as NASH or a fibrosis, and finally it might lead to formation of cirrhosis, a liver cancer. So this part is pure fatty liver. This is not benign. Benign means inflammation has not set in, but it can lead to your diabetes, cholesterol, triglyceride, blood pressure, other problems. And this is the spectrum of fatty liver disease. So we must remember fat in the liver of more than 10% is not liked. This inflammation, if it continues, can be measured by simply high SGPT. So, if you want to know is my rest of the body inflamed? Is my artery inflamed? Is my heart inflamed? Is my brain inflamed? Oh, simple. Just do an SGPT. An SGPT is a marker of inflammation of the liver, but also all over the body. Now let's start connecting liver with other metabolic diseases. Fatty liver is seen in 30% in the world. Diabetes in India is in 10%. So, what comes first, chicken or the egg? Here, fatty liver precedes diabetes. In fact, as I showed you, if the liver has fat, cells have fat, more insulin is needed. So now most of us believe in many parts of the world type 2 diabetes, insulin resistance, and a liver disease. This is a very important slide. This was done in 1 lakh 42,000 health insurance participants in Korea in 1990, young to middle aged. They were followed for 10 years. This is all cause mortality and liver mortality. I told you ALT or SGPT means inflammation of liver plus the body. Let us see. Now, if somebody has an SGPT of 39, then his liver related death mortality is about 9 times, and other related is 1.7 times. Let's say somebody has an SGPT of 80, very commonly we see, or 100. You will see his liver related mortality is so many times higher, and all cause mortality, heart, lung, cancer, is also 3 times higher. So, what is a healthy SGPT or ALT? Less than 20. US has now adopted new guidelines, 19 for females and 30 for males. This is the normal ALT. In India, we take 40. At ILBS, we have started using 30 and 19 as per the US guidelines, NIAA, National Institute of Nutrition in US. High ALT, let's say, as I showed you, 80 or 100, the risk of developing diabetes is 5 times to 20 times. This is based on the famous Framingham study of US, where third generation children born to parents third generation, if they had high ALT, they developed diabetes in 10 to 20 years. So now let me summarize. NAFLD or fat in the liver itself can cause fatty liver disease. Pure fat in the liver can lead to development of diabetes and its vascular complications. Also, cerebrovascular disease, hypertension, atherosclerosis. I have not dealt in detail, but kidney disease, polycystic ovary syndrome, snoring, sleep apnea, osteoporosis, and nearly every cancer. It is inflammation of the body. Of course, it leads to liver disease. So remember, fat in the liver abnormal is core. Now, let's just talk about COVID. Morning till evening, you're listening about COVID. And 2 days ago, Lancet published, endocrinology published, that people who have a BMI above 23 have more COVID disease. This was shown by us and many others last year itself. COVID is more severe in NAFLD people. It is actually the biggest comorbidity. Now, here, this study from Hong Kong and subsequently our studies, somebody who has got comorbidity, diabetes, hypertension, blah, blah, his odds ratio of a severe COVID is 6.3 times. But if he has fatty liver, then it is 6.4 times. BMI is only 1.3 times, although significant. But hypertension, diabetes, blood pressure, high. But fatty liver alone is 6 times odds of more progressive severe disease. So remember, when you see a person or your residents or fellows see a person in casualty or in general, भाई तू मोटा था, तेरे लिवर में जरूर फैट हो सकती है, या फैटी लिवर था, 1 in 3 will have, भाई you should take care. You may have more problems with COVID. Maybe young or old doesn't matter, because age does matter, but still just NAFLD. Now, briefly about pathogenesis of NAFLD. Now, what you eat, calories or fat, is absorbed By intestine, it goes into liver. Liver metabolizes. Whatever is excess calories or sugar will be sent to the adipose tissue, and otherwise, this cycle continues. Now, if your adipose tissue is good, it will be a buffer. It will keep on storing what you eat. You go out for parties for 3 days and you gain 3 kg weight. It has gone to your adipose tissue. If it is still more, it can go to your blood vessels or other organs. But let's take another example. This is a guy who is lean and thin. लोग कहते हैं साहब पतला दुबला था, 30 साल का था, हार्ट अटैक हो गया, मर गया. And the reason is that this fellow has a poor adipose tissue. Poor means genetically, or he never uses his exercises, the muscles, and the fat. So, what happens? Whatever is the excess calorie does not go into the adipose tissue, adiposopathy, and everything comes back to liver and many consequences. Now he gets blood pressure, heart, pancreas, kidney, and brain. So remember, lean does not exclude you from getting a liver disease. It is two-way, liver and adipose tissue crosstalk. Let's say excess calories have come. Where will they go? The ectopic areas are under your tummy, the visceral fat, the subcute fat, the white fat here is bad. Then to the liver, 10% or more is bad. Then to the muscle. Now, what happens in muscle? Very important. If your intramuscular adipose tissue is 6% or 8%, you are likely to get a cardiac event. Muscle should not have fat, like liver. Fat can go into pancreas, which is bad. Perivascular fat in the vessels is bad. So remember, these are places where fat should not go. Subcute is all right, but not visceral. Liver less than 5%. So all these we have to avoid. They're unnatural sites. Now there are three types of phenotypes. पीपल से कि सर हर आदमी जो मोटा है वो तो बीमार नहीं होता, उसको फैटी लिवर नहीं होता. ही इज द फर्स्ट जनरेशन. देयर इज नो जेनेटिक प्रीडिस्पोजिशन. Majority is environmental. So he is 120 kg, but still is okay. But what happens to this guy? His grandfather had diabetes, his father had blood pressure, mother has gallstone, he is genetically predisposed. And little environmental change or metabolic dysfunction, he will have a disease. So now this is known as metabolic dysfunction associated fatty liver disease. The term from NAFLD is now more and more MAFLD. So I just want you that everyone who is fat at that time is not bad, but his children. So learn to live for your grandchildren. So these are different types of obese people. Now let us look at Asia, where less than 23 or 23 is considered as normal weight or lean or normal weight. Now these can be of three types. One, healthy lean, but he can also be metabolically unhealthy. He's lean, his weight is okay, but is metabolically unhealthy, or he is obese, but it is all right. But I want you to stress and learn about lean but metabolically unhealthy. Another one, he can be metabolically healthy despite being obese. In summary, now we have learned the different types of phenotypes of patients. How do you diagnose fatty liver disease? As I told you, SGPT or ALT, but this will pick up maybe 20% or so. And in general population, maybe 10%, but diabetics 20. But if you do an ultrasound, you might pick up 20% of the people may have fatty liver in general and diabetics 40%. But what we generally do is a fibroscan, which will pick up a lot of people like diabetic 60-70% may have fatty liver disease. Ultrasound I showed you. CT scan, dark black liver compared to spleen. These are regions of interest. We use it for donors, living donors, before they can donate their liver. So this is not a good liver for donation. This is the fibroscan. This is called cap controlled attenuation parameter. When a sound wave goes, if there is fat, it is attenuated. This value should be less than 250. If it is about 290, it is about 30% fat in the liver. Now this is for fibrosis. So this is the time in millisecond. If the sound waves goes into the liver, it will return in 60 milliseconds in a healthy liver. But like here it is 42 milliseconds. It means this is the sound will come back faster on a hard surface. So this means this is a hard liver, 8.5 kilopascal. It is stage 3, 2 to 3 fibrosis. How to suspect NAFLD and whom to refer. First thing, most important, change your approach. Oh, he has fatty liver. As Dr. Ramji said in the beginning, change your approach. Don't say fatty liver, so what? Hoga bhai, kya farak padta hai? I hope I have convinced you that fat in the liver, if not something, but just a concern and alarm should come in your mind. You have to teach your barbers. All doctors, residents, nurses who have joined can teach the barbers. This wart, presence of a black line, a barber can pick up every time and say, "Hey, तुम्हारे metabolic syndrome लगता है." This is acanthosis nigricans, 14 types of metabolic problems. So teach your barbers, family members also. Also teach your doctors to be less than 90 for males and less than 80 for females. So don't fit genes onto you. You must fit into the genes. So am I having fatty liver disease? You can diagnose yourself, or even a village worker can diagnose it very well. So if I have a family history of metabolic syndrome, mother or father, diabetes, blood pressure, heart or kidney disease, liver disease. Gallstone is a liver disease. It is not a disease of gallbladder. So if you have a 25-year-old with gallstone, check the mother and father. There is 5 times high risk they will have gallbladder stone. So gallstone, cancers, obesity, snoring. Make a list. भाई वो कहती है वाइफ हुई तो खराटे लेता है रात को, भाई इसका चेक कर लेना लिवर में फैट तो नहीं है. So all these can make you think of a metabolic syndrome. Next is weight. Height minus 100 is a standard formula for males. 170 centimeter, subtract 100 from that, your weight should be 70. For female, 105. For weight, you may have fatty liver. As I said, ultrasound and a fibroscan and simple blood test, ALT, lipids and sugar. Your serum lipids, triglycerides closely reflect your liver triglyceride. I showed you fat in the liver, white cells, and you have high triglyceride in the serum. So this is the fatty liver. This is now globally accepted. All type 2 diabetics are considered a high risk, should be screened for fatty liver, no questions. All overweight and in Asia about 23 and above, or obese 25 and above, are considered to have fatty liver. I showed you obesity is a high risk factor. So no questions asked. Now is the lean guy or a normal weight guy less than 23. If he has a waist or has a BP or a TG or a HDL problem, these are the guys where you have to list out 2 metabolic risk abnormalities for fatty liver disease. Otherwise, a large population by a village worker can easily be detected and tested. So let me come back. Fatty liver is at the core of all these problems. Please remember that. I hope I have convinced you that there is a need to detect NAFLD. India has integrated, as rightly said, into NCD programs. There is a global need. We had a World Liver Day. I think every day we should think of a World Liver Day. There are many programs, Fit India, yoga, eat right. When to eat, what to eat is important. Don't give infants till 1 year juice once or twice. If you give the juice to a baby after 6 months to 1 year, by 5 years, the risk of having fatty liver is 5 times. So we need to go to the schools and teach our maybe teachers as well as the kids and their parents. This is to show you that India has 30 or more percent of the total population as fatty liver, more than 170 million. It is all red. India has a red label. India therefore requires to change its attitude. If you want to decrease the burden of non communicable disease, assess after 1 decade. Your intervention support is required in your region to change the NCD burden, and this can come through NAFLD.